Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2. Where we left off last time, we were going into a new area, so let's see how this plays out for us. It might go really well, could go really badly. That's a wyvern. This is gonna go so badly for us, but there's only one. And there's only like 4 Zorups and whatever Sigil of Darkness is. I need you to shoot that Zorup. And I need you to tank that priest mostly, I guess. And you, Aloth, you can just do whatever you can normally do. That's fine. Just whatever you want to do, you just do it. Same with you, you're fine. For now. Let's try and dominate one. It's probably not gonna be the champion. We charmed one. Excellent, that worked out actually surprisingly well.
No prisoners.
Where's Idir? Oh. I mean, okay. You don't have enough to do anything yet, do you? Okay. That hurt. Okay. You... Well, that was abrupt for him. That breath weapon hurt a lot. Oh, Pure Cow is the wyvern, so that's interesting. It's a good thing to note. Where's our guy? There he is. Okay. Still not enough stuff. Idir's fine for now, but she is taking a beating of her life. The priest is full life again. It's actually kind of grim. We're not getting enough focus out of this. There we go. It's way too late for Pain Link, though.
Everything hurts, savvy.
I think Idir is probably gonna fall. Okay, so we know that this place is extremely dangerous. Let's not go there yet. Luckily, we saved. Wyverns are tough. We'll wait a little bit for that one. Maybe if we spread out a little bit more. The Dominate went off really good on that one guy, though, so that worked out fairly well. What's a Fanged Straight? The ship darkens, or the water darkens off the starboard bow of your ship, and the jagged spurs and spits rise from the waves in the near distance. Raised voices carry from the helm. The Taoutara marvel is near here. Every sailor must see at once. Ikwik's hands are clasped together in urgent entreaty. But Beodel is clenching the wheel with white-knuckled determination. I don't care if it's Andra's salty bosom. We're not sailing through a reef. Beodel notices you and relaxes. Captain, help me talk some sense into Ikwik. Ikwik gapes at you both. And miss our chance? Sailors wait weeks for weather and seas this smooth. If you ever want to see the Taoutara marvel, this is the time. Some of the other crew have gathered to listen, a hopeful shine in their eyes. What is it? Ikwik shrugs. It's supposed to be a grand sight, an ancient mystery. I haven't seen it myself. Eld Edengrim nods. A greybeard I crewed with claimed to have seen it. Swore it brought him 10 years of good health and favorable winds. Other sailors murmur eagerly. Beodel sighs. Even if this marvel is close, there's no guarantee we'll see it by going through the reef. Go through the reef. The dead coral jets from the surface, grasping above like the legs of a spider, and the wind whistles as it passes across the jagged structures. Below the water, schools of fish flash among the brilliant reefs. Beodel attempts to guide the ship through the reef, but with a shudder that rattles your bones, the vessel scrapes against the reef. A sound of tearing wood echoes across the deck, and hands scatter, descending into the hold to locate and repair any damage before it spoils the stores. We took 10 damage and lost some supplies. The variegated shallows give way to blue depths. An enormous sinkhole opens around you, yawning wide enough to swallow a fleet. Beetle sighs with relief as Ickwick searches the horizon for any sign of the mythical marble. Then we sail on. We gained 4 morale, 99 experience, and 1 sailor experience. I call that a victory. There's only oh, there's the Taoutara marble. So it is here. Let's go take a look. We might as well.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000,000 bells ringing all at once. You feel a resonance in your core, a bell ringing in tune with all the others. Something in you bends, then breaks, and you are borne away on the ringing tide, just another peal among the many. The tide of bells recedes. You lever yourself up onto your knees and realize you have been here before. You stand in Bareth's realm. You are alone. And then you are not. An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Bareth settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
She intones. Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He is draining souls from veins of luminous Audra.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Bareth dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodika strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Bareth? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodika's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodika, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodika steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
Wodika says, and grins.
Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Aundra would approve of that plan.
Wodika throws her head back and laughs. The sound is a dry, rasping bark.
Andra could do with a new act. Her current one has grown rather stale.
Where are the other gods?
They see to their own affairs. You will speak to them in time, should you have the need.
The figure beside the aspect of Bareth flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Magran says.
Sure, great idea. Can I go now?
The pallid knight tilts her head to the side and gives you the long-suffering, narrow-eyed look of a parent dealing with a particularly disappointing child.
No.
Oh. Well, that's just rude.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
Helia, you look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
I'm gonna wait after every sentence, because sometimes it goes past whatever it says in the narration summary.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys's return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedeka suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
He is too dangerous. You have to destroy him.
His vessel may be destroyed, little Watcher. But Aethys is more than the vessel that holds him. He will always return, however we strike him down.
Magrin says.
Then what is the point of this exercise?
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time.
She says.
Both stand in his favor.
Magrin grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Magran speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wodika waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
Something must be done.
Your opinion is unasked for and unnecessary, but noted nonetheless.
The pallid knight says.
Thank you.
Though her tone is impassive, the banked fury in her eyes says well enough what she thinks of your interruptions.
Well, she should have found a better messenger then if she didn't want someone that speaks his mind.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The pallid knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the pallid night's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
We'll see about that.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. Helpless to resist, you tumble into her impossible eyes. You fall wildly, endlessly, unable to find your bearings or slow your spin. And in the distance, above, no, behind you, comes an insistent ringing. You angle yourself toward it, searching for the sound. A small silver bell appears just inches from your fingertips. You reach for it, straining to still its interminable ringing. The moment you touch it, your soul slams into your body with all the force of a fall from the top of the sky. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
Well, that was really cool. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with that cutscene. That was awesome. Can I unpause my game? Yes. Apparently I can. I have loot in my place. Fragments of the Blade of the Endless Paths. Fragments of Whispers of Yenwood. Torch. A Royal Deadfire Company cape. What else do we have in here? A letter from Ofra, and a scroll of Insect Swarm.
As you wish.
And of course our dear thing.
How may I be of service, my lord?
What should I do next?
I suggest we proceed to Neketaka, my lord. It is the largest city in Deadfire, and we shall be better able to get our bearings there.
Okay, thanks.
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around.
Should you be swearing so much as a priestess?
Reckon not.
She grins wide and confident.
But I can't help but be a touch wayward.
Aloth massages his temples, shaking his head.
I don't take it too far. My mom caught me once necking in the merkberry stalks. And of course I fight. But I've not done much more than that. And I don't use the real ugly words.
She waggles her sickle around in a helpless sort of gesture.
Sometimes the feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me. Gods darn it.
No, you keep those feelings locked down. We have no time for that. Idir nods in agreement.
Tell me what's on your mind.
Nothing, that's it.
Sure thing, Watcher.
How do I get upstairs? There we go. What do we get for doing that thing? The sea here is vast and smooth as cyan glass. Jumping up and down, Rum-Dum Rigiger shouts and points to port at the pale pillar of luminous Adra rising from beneath the surface of the water. Beadil takes you closer. Much of the stone is encrusted with coral, but the visible portions coil above the water in long, looping spirals. Adra normally grows in large pillars, but this formation looks almost like 7 tentacles of some terrible sea monster grasping for the sky. Ikwick whistles low. So old. Had to be the Ingwithans. Morale gained 5. Old Engrim scoffs. Even they couldn't do that. That's Andra's slow and steady work. The Audra catches the sunlight, gleaming as if a glow from within. Indeed, it's hard to tell whether the Audra's strange contours have been shaped by the slow wear of the sea or distorted by it, and something about that ambiguity makes the vision all the more extraordinary. The rest of the crew chimes in, debating the wonder's meaning and origins in low, odd voices. Now we've seen it, let's move on, shall we? Rum-Dum Rigier glances at you with a knit brow and shrugs. Beadil sails past the Adra, maintaining a safe distance. Rum-Dum Rigier and Engrim move to the aft castle, eyes locked on the Taoutara marvel until it disappears below the horizon. Got some experience, Beadil gained a rank, that's nice. So there is a place called Tahe here. I wonder if this place is less deadly to us than the other place we tried to go to, Purakau. I guess we can find out pretty quick here. So Tahe, let's take a look. we've quick saved in case we have an abrupt case of the dead. This is looking grim. So there's a sea troll named Tahe. They have monstrous defenses, except against Will. Armor 10, that's a lot of armor. Immune to disease, so there's 3 sea bats and 2 trolls. Including one, well, he's not that powerful, I guess. But his armor is pretty impressive. Although his mind affecting, well, still 45 is still quite a lot. We'll give the fight a shot and see if we can win, but I'm not going to hold out too much hope about it. Yeah, start with that, so... let's not start with that.
I'll see what I can find.
I mean, we could start with a decent fireball.
Foes ahead.
I know there's foes ahead, that's why. You didn't notice me telling you to cast a fireball?
We're not alone.
That's way too close. Okay. How about... kinda wanna hit all 5 though.
We're not alone.
Stop stopping.
We're not alone.
That's way too close. Okay, run, 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 run. My formation's all messed up again.
Hope you're not expecting much.
Idiot, get to the front. Okay. Loth. Fireball, now. You, open fire. You, come over here. You, I want you to come down here. And then go like that. And where are you? You.
No prisoner.
So that killed a good chunk of the bats.
Bring them down.
I'm disengaging away from that troll, of course, because that's suicide standing there. What? I need to get her a ranged attack. Because her running into die is a terrible plan, long term. Now, you. Try a soul burn on that guy. And you... come over here. Do that.
Taste this.
Nope. Alright, so we shot that sea troll pretty well. We need to do some more attacks, though. Wonder if we can shake it and confuse something. I mean, their will is not that good, so maybe.
Bring them down.
We really gotta kill that stupid thing. Kill that stupid sea bat. One sea bat dead.
They'll hurt yet.
We've almost killed that second one. Idir is doing fine at tanking. What's his shield thing do? Alright, throw that on. Would you please finish that thing off? He is maxed out on stuff. So let's soul ignition that troll. And then soul ignition that troll.
Well, as you
Let's get into flanking position against Tahe.
bring them down. See
He's fine for now. Shit, that guy turned around. Run away.
Well,
I got a disengage hit, but that is fine for now.
feel curses. Would be behind you, you're not screwed. Suffer curses. Bring them down.
No one noticed that, right?
Feel pain.
Everyone, shoot this guy. I want that one dead the most. Because he is nearly dead, actually. Soul ignition on him. Didn't work, I don't think.
Feel pain.
Hey, I'm on it.
Yes? No prisoners.
Yes! Alright, so last guy, everyone's on him. Shouldn't be that hard now.
Kill them all.
All things must come to an end.
You be right screwed. Yes, taste this.
Ow.
Can't take much.
You. Yes, got the paralyze off.
Ahoy. Just a little blood.
I have no more lay on hands or anything, and if I disengage, I'll probably die. Might as well just do what I can yet. I guess I could do this. That did some good damage before I die. I fell. But that's okay. We're doing just fine now. Good job, Edir. Missed again. It missed again. God, I suck at that soul ignition.
Hey.
But I'm knocked down. Try knockdown.
Not even close.
Just shoot.
I need something. I hope nobody saw that.
I need some help here.
Yeah, just use your ability. There we go. Whew. Got a little tense at the end, but we made it.
Hey.
We got through it. So we got a Ring of Overseeing, plus 10% to area of effect attacks, and Tears of Saint Makawo, which is plus 2 armor rating against spells, and grants Martyr's Memories, which is a self ability, negative 100% damage taken, untargetable for 25.9 seconds, paralyzed for 25.9 seconds. So you become paralyzed and untargetable for a little bit.
Hey.
Well, don't see why not.
Should probably rest. That hurt. Like a lot. Just eat some hardtack, everyone will be fine. I'm the most stingy person in the world with my group. It's like, you had a pretty rough fight, guys. Here's some terrible life-sustaining emergency food. But don't we have like ale and cheese and stuff on the boat? No. Eat the hardtack. So we did the thing, kill that guy. Or It's not really a guy, it's more just of a troll, but whatever. And there's one more thing on the island. Let's go take it out. Well, take a look, I should say. It's probably just supplies. Fruit or something? Fresh fruit. 21 fresh fruit. Alright, so that's going to be where we're going to leave off. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. We'll keep exploring around these islands a little bit. How close are we to a level? A couple more islands and we should gain a level. We're at just over 2,000 experience away. 2171 or so. Some people have more experience and some less. Which is okay. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Take care.